With Photoshop's newest update here in 2026, there's a new way to add a little bit of depth, haze, and almost like kind of a selective Orton effect to your photo. And I've been testing this ever since the update came out, and I'm really happy with the results. Now, while this works very similar to almost like dodging and burning in your photos, I think it's a little bit easier to use and it can provide a little bit better results that are a little bit more customizable. And while you also could do this in something like Lightroom by using local adjustments, I do think that Photoshop here is easier to use. It is seriously so easy to do this. And so I'm excited to show you today so you can use this in your outdoor, landscape, wildlife, portraits, anything that you want like that. Okay, so we've got our photo here open in Photoshop and you can see, it's mostly edited. I'm liking how it looks, but the one thing that it's kind of lacking is this little bit of depth. It's a little bit flat and I want it to, I want these things in the front to really stand out as things in the front and then kind of drop off in the background. So the way I'm going to do that is reduce the contrast back here. I'm going to do that using one of the brand new adjustments. You can see, like I said, I've got all these layers. I can just throw this right on top. It's totally non-destructive. We're going to grab a new group here. It's the folder icon. We'll call this haze or call it whatever you want. We're going to create a new adjustment layer here. We're going to grab that new clarity and dehaze feature, and we are going to drop the dehaze. Now, when you drop the dehaze, you might notice that it may apply a little bit of a color cast on your photo. So I'm going to drop it about 75 points there. You can see it's a little bit too warm. So what we're going to do is create a new layer. We are going to go up to color balance, and we're just going to neutralize this color cast. We may add it back in just a second, but let's just neutralize it for now. So it's too warm. So we will go towards blue. Now I think it's a little bit too magenta. We'll go towards green. Maybe it's a little bit more too cyan. We'll go towards red. Just want to get that to a little bit more neutral spot. Somewhere in there looks good to me. Now you're probably looking at the photo thinking this looks terrible, but don't worry. I'm going to show you exactly how you can fix that. So you can close this haze down if you want or leave it open. Either way, both the color balance and the clarity are together within the haze. So we're going to mask them together, which is why we've created this folder. So we're going to hold the Alt or Option button, and then we're going to click on the layer mask. That's going to apply a completely black layer mask there. So now we can paint this effect in. Now we'll grab our brush tool over here. And we want to make sure we adjust the brush settings. The size is going to depend on the photo. And then hardness is always going to be 0%. Opacity, 10% is usually good. 15% is what I like to do for videos because it works in a little bit faster. And make sure you're on white over here. If you're not on white, click this button and then click this button here if you need to switch between black and white. Now we're going to zoom in. Command plus zooms in. And then you can hold the space bar and click and drag on the image to move up. Now I just want to paint this in the background here. So I'm going to start painting, zoom out once, and I'm really painting around that light source in there. And I'm just kind of letting it taper off here over to the right. And I'm going to paint a little bit of light in here. And maybe we can even come in right around here and just paint a little bit more onto the trees. So this is very similar to dodging and burning, but it's a little bit easier to use and a little bit more selective, in my opinion. I like being able to paint just like that. You can, of course, come in here with a brush and kind of paint this out. You can see before and after, we've kind of added a little bit of glowing light there, which really helps the image to stand out quite a bit. And you can see how easy it is. Now, of course, you can also go in here and adjust the color balance after the fact. So this is one of the things that really makes it a little bit easier to use than dodging and burning, in my opinion, because, with dodging and burning, you apply paint, you put down a color, and then if you don't like it, delete and restart. Here, I can actually just adjust the color balance. So if I'm like, okay, I want this to be a little warmer. All right, that's probably too warm, or maybe I want it a little bit redder, warm it up a little bit, maybe more magenta, and maybe a little bit more towards blue. Just kind of tone this to be exactly the color that you want. Additionally, you can also go in here and adjust the clarity and dehaze. So if you want it to be a little less clarity, that helps to create a little bit more glow. You can see more clarity, probably not what you want, but as opposed to 0 clarity versus -100, that just adds a little bit of glow kind of around the light. So that's really good for light sources, whereas if you didn't have a light source, you maybe wouldn't want to do that. You can adjust the dehaze there. You can really just kind of fine tune this as you see fit, which, like I said, there's a lot of different ways to add a similar effect to this, but I think that this, because of the new update by adding this clarity and dehaze adjustment layer, I think that this is probably the easiest one to use. And again, you could do this in Lightroom if you wanted. I'll show you just a couple more examples here. I've already applied these, so I'm not going to walk through the whole process again, but just show you how this works on other photos. Maybe that's not a great sunset or sunrise. You can see this photo here. I've just added a little bit of haze back there just to kind of help this kind of stand out as it's in the background. I want it to not blend in over here. So something like that. Same thing on a waterfall image. There's no light here, but it's just really subtle adjustment before and after. And I've just kind of made this a little bit more misty back here, made it look like it's a little bit further away. So really, really simple adjustment to apply here. That's the new way that I've kind of been adding a little bit of depth to my photos. If you don't believe this is actually how things look when you go outside, look outside, see if you can see something that's really far away. You'll notice that those objects that are further away will have a less contrast because you're looking through more atmosphere and more haze. So it makes sense. Yes, we're exaggerating it here in our photo, but that's going to help our photo to have a little bit more depth and dimension. And this is just such an easy way to do it if you're a Photoshop user. If you're a Lightroom user, you can do the same thing with color balance and dehaze in there with your brush tool on a local adjustment. But I do think it's a little bit easier to control here in Photoshop, so I like using it for that. So I hope that helps. Give this one a try and let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you have any questions or if you have any way that you like doing this on your own, I'd love to hear from you guys to share it down below in the comments. Otherwise, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to help you guys to continue to get better at photography. You're going to help me to grow my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Austin Jackson. We'll see you guys next time.